Good morning from Punta del Este, Uruguay.
We're back. We took a short detour and came back.
So we're getting ready to hop off now. This is a tender port.
Yes.
Apparently it's about a 20 or 30 minute tender ride over to where we need to get to.
Yes, but the port does supply some larger tenders for us, and we're still utilizing the lifeboats as well. So it's going to hopefully be a pretty quick process.
Oh yeah, shoreside tenders. We like that.
Yeah.
But we've got an excursion set up independently with Shore Excursions Group today to see some highlights. I think it's a 3-hour whirlwind tour to go see what we can see.
There's some pretty cool stuff, though, so you'll just have to wait and see what it is.
That's true. One of them might be a giant hand in the sand.
Maybe.
We'll see. But breakfast first, tender, and let's see some stuff.
Let's do it.
Breakfast is served. Now, this almost looks like every other breakfast we eat, but we were intrigued by this delightful peach pastry thingamajig today. Time to fill up at our favorite bottle station. Really the only bottle station. Well, they've got the tendering operation set up here at Ocean Bar, as usual. But one of the perks of our newly acquired 4-star loyalty status is priority tendering, so we're off to the super secret other tendering location. Well, we are #1 priority pink.
Tenders are waiting alongside, so we've got our own tenders and also those shoreside double-decker super yachts that are helping us out get to shore today.
Ah, they've started us off with a nice big tender today, one of the shoreside tenders. About 20 minutes on the ride today, and we are ashore. Well, 4:30 last tender. We should just come to the end here, and we will find our guide. Told to look for a yellow sign. So in the distance, we can see the bustling city of Maldonado. We are down here on the quaint little point of Punta del Este proper. Yeah, I think from that last skyscraper on the left, that's kind of the dividing line between the two areas, but this is Punta del Este. There appears to be a fish cleaning station over here, and man, the seagulls and sea lions are having a ball with getting some breakfast. They are some chunks. He's stretching his head up to try to get a bite.
That's funny.
How far can he get up out of the water? Good gracious. I need me a neck like that at the buffet on the ship. And we are off.
We're gonna go see some of the most interesting places. First stop is a geographical point. It's a point more to the south of the whole country. Where you guys arrive is a river called River de la Plata, Rio de la Plata. Okay?
Well, for our first stop, we did not drive very far. We've come to the very southernmost point of Uruguay. This is the point, where the birds are, I think. And the Rio de la Plata, the same one we were seeing in Buenos Aires, meets the Atlantic Ocean. There's also an anchor right up here, which was from a naval battle. I guess this was a recovered anchor. Yeah, so to our right, that is river. To our left, that is ocean. Hard to tell the difference. Well, this is I guess you could call it a meeting of the waters. Yeah. Well, we've got a proper viewpoint out here, Punta de las Salinas. Yeah, the surf is up today. No swimming. None of that nonsense. Just looking. Yeah, I feel like either this pathway or this sort of obvious pokey rock must be the actual dividing point.
Cormorant.
The cormorant could be the dividing point too, I'm not sure.
He is on there, so.
Well, back up here at this little park, I think this might be what they're calling Great Britain Square, but I'm not entirely sure. It looks like there are 2 anchors. Oh, we have a sign, Memorial para la Paz. We've got Spanish and English. Okay, a peace memorial in commemoration of the Rio de la Plata battle, 1939. A little walkway through here. We see some other sort of monuments on this side. One there, and then I guess this one appears to be celebrating or honoring the 60-year anniversary. So a quick 5 to 10 minute stop here and back to the ride. Well, the good thing about this tour and this area is that nothing is very far apart. So all the rides have been about 5 minutes so far.
You cover a lot of ground very quickly and see all the sights, which I like.
Yeah, so we've stopped here. There is a church. We've got a nice little tower thing over there to the side. Oh, it's a meteorological station. And directly across from that is a lighthouse. Now, the unique thing about this lighthouse is it is constructed from volcanic ash that they brought over from Italy. So the construction material is very unique.
Yeah.
Now, you are not allowed to go inside this lighthouse, apparently, but we can admire it from here. Oh, he's talking about the weather station. He said this weather station is quite useless. Our guide Sebastian said that this stop is not technically on the tour, but everybody was like, yeah, we'd love to stop. So I think he said the church has something to do with the name Candelaria, and there's a connection to the Virgin of the Canary Islands. Mm-hmm. Let's see if we can peek in here. So no swimsuits and no cell phones. Hey, I hear these birds.
That's the parakeets.
Oh, you found the parakeets again.
Landing in a tree.
All right, this is a fascinating little stop. I'm glad we made this, but these parakeets, they are hard to catch. Well, back to the ride. I think our next official stop is going to be over at the famous hand sculpture on the beach. About another 5-minute ride. We were told there was a little bit of a competition, I guess, a sculpture competition. All of the losing sculptures were placed in the middle of the road out there. Nobody really cares about those, apparently. So we're going to come up here and see the winner, which is the hand. Nice beachfront area, though. Shops, restrooms. We're here in the shoulder season, so it's not crazy crowded. Yes, January is the time to not come because it's too busy. Well, it looks like they've gone and had a manicure. That's some nice nail work there. Well, we snagged a few people-full selfies. Oh yeah, these are some giantly tall fingers. Yeah, let's show some love for the losers. So Photos by D documenting some of these out here.
They're across the street, so they're going to have several things in them.
True.
I'll try.
Well, just in case you couldn't get a clear picture, you could just grab an uninterrupted shot with a tiny version. Yeah, back to the ride. All right, this next section of the ride includes a very bumpy bridge.
And he's going to go fast.
Oh yeah, roller coaster time. Hey, we got 0 G's there, and we got 2 bumps. Yeah.
It is like a roller coaster.
Alright, now we're going to stop and take a look at this bridge. Oh, I see, we're going to drive back across first. this is the official stop to look at the Barra Bridge. I cannot roll those R's. Barra. Nope. That we just came across. Yeah, we've asked, was there any purpose in making the bridge like this? And he said no. There was no purpose to make it like that at all. Just for fun. Oh wow, the water's pretty clear. We could do some air snorkeling right here. Huh. All right, let's come down here and see these murals and get another angle here. So there it be, and nobody knows why. All right, so a quick stop here. Let's load back up in the ride. Not that ride. That ride is a good bit louder than our ride. Over to the other side now. We're heading over toward Punta Ballenas, which you can kind of see in the distance out there, which is a nice viewpoint. But in this area, we're going to be able to observe a museum that I guess was a studio for the artist ParoDeeJay, or ParoDeeJay. I think they get that little double L pronunciation in there. So apparently the easiest way to get a good view on this property is to take this little trail down. You know us, we love our nature walking. Yeah, but our adventure today has been sort of, if you think of it as an upside-down triangle. We started at Punta Del Este, which would be the bottom of the triangle, made our way over to, I guess you would call it the right corner of the triangle where the Wiggly Bridge was, and now we're at the left corner of the triangle, and then after we leave here, back to the bottom. So we've made it to the bottom of the hill. Oh yeah, we can see in the distance there the house. We'll get some zooms in on that in a minute. And of course, the Rio de la Plata. That is quite the house studio museum gallery. Well, there's one more peek down to the point where we're getting ready to drive. All right, let's head back up. Well, from here you can also see back over to the bottom of the triangle, as it were, with our ship in the distance. Yeah, museum admission is not included in this tour, and he said we wouldn't really have enough time to enjoy it, even though there was the option to be left here while the rest of the group goes down to the point to experience the museum until we came right back up.
So that's cool.
Just like that, we've made it to the point.
It's the last stop before we head back to the port.
Yeah, so they've got some shops and they've got some views. They've got kitty friends for nature, D. Oh no. Oh, we've got jewelry, we've got trinkets and statues. They said they're known for like, is it agates and minerally type of things here. Oh, I like these little boats. I got shot glasses, magnets, keychains. Get some views of the shops. Well, we've already got the views of the outward area there from the museum, really. Oh, you found your cat again.
There's two.
Hello, small thirsty friends. Oh, our guide said that he just paid so that every person on the tour can come and grab a stone for free. Oh, look at the variety. Okay.
I like green.
D has chosen a green stone, which they said is good for salud or health. I chose a sparkly purple, which I think he said maybe amethyst related, but it represents prettiness and purpleness. We've got lots of leather goods going on as well. Oh, look, leather goods with the stones in them. Okay, next stop, back to the port. we've made it back to the port. It looks like the sea lions, oh gosh, I see one swimming right now. They're still active down here, huffing and puffing and eating fish. Our guide said that there are restrooms down here below, so I think we'll wander down, hit the restrooms before we hit the tender. See some sea lions up close. Restrooms check, sea lions check. As we were driving around, they told us about a whole island out here that I guess is just, it's known for being populated with tons and tons of sea lions.
Like hundreds, maybe thousands.
Maybe millions and billions.
This is that same one.
He hungry.
He eats all day. He's fluffy though.
We've got all kinds of seabirds. Oh, there's a sea lion friend swimming. Not sure if you can see him on the camera there. I see a lot of fish in the water, so you can air snorkel here.
Yeah.
Well, one more thing we want to do before hopping on a tender is coming down here to a potential bird hotspot. Just over here past the zone where we loaded up in the van this morning. Yeah, so all down here along the river. Oh yeah, they said there was signage to identify what kinds of birds you might see. I see something up here. There's a nice promenade up top. You've got steps where you can actually go walk down on the rocks. All right, what's our bucket list bird? Oh my gosh, look at the one in the upper right with the red. Yeah. What kind of bird is that? It's a bird dog, a dog bird. We'll cast our eyes to the rocks out here. There's a lot of birds. Get all those city views from out here. Diaz has spied what appear to be some oyster catchers out here.
But they're not like the ones you typically see.
Now we'll have a slow wander back over to the tenders, ride back to our ship. Oh, another reason we went over to see the birds is that we saw that it was a small lifeboat tender then, so we stalled enough and now we can get on the good tender. Punta. Hey y'all, it is time to put some calories in our body and get some calories out of our body.
Yeah, that's exactly what we need to do.
Yeah, so we'll leave you guys here, take a nice little nap. We're going to hit the buffet, the gym, yippee yippee.
Yeah.
See you in a while.
Bye. So the outfit for tonight, I went kind of simple. I don't know. We'll start with a cardigan, which is white. And why do I always forget where this is from? H&M. It's from H&M, but I think I got it at a thrift store or something. The tank top. Ignore my red shoulders, my goodness. This is from Old Navy, black and white polka dot. The skirt is like a satiny skirt, and it's from Zara. And the shoes are from Target. And I decided, no jewelry, just keep it simple. Good evening,
y'all. Fresh and clean. You know what time it is.
Yeah.
Well, let's throw it back and talk about our Shore Excursions Group exploration of Punta Del Este.
Yes. Such a good tour. It was only about 3 hours, but it didn't feel rushed at all. Sebastian, our tour guide, was so good. Very funny. Very smart, actually. Like,
yeah.
He talked about everything, but he knew what he was talking about. And I just really liked his energy and just, I don't know, he was cool. Mm-hmm. But the sites we went to were amazing. I didn't know what to expect from this part of Uruguay, however you say it properly.
I've heard people say it both ways, yeah.
It's beautiful, clean, very safe. It was just like this really nice coastal town, honestly. It reminded me of a lot of places we've been before.
True.
But slightly different, you know? Really nice though.
Yeah, it was refreshing, and like I said, the description of the tour had like a nice little agenda on it. But I feel like we went to some places that I didn't even know we were going to, like over toward the Punta Ballena and things like that. So yeah, great. You didn't get a whole lot of time at any of the stops, but in 3 hours we saw a lot.
But I mean, like, they're mostly like picture stops. So,
Yeah.
you know, you're not there to like hang out and go eat a meal or something.
True, and then we saw sea lions and we saw birds and all that stuff.
It's a lovely town though, and the tender ride wasn't too bad. It was about 20 minutes, and it was nice that they brought the tenders over to like give us bigger tenders.
Yeah.
That was awesome.
So Shore Excursions Group, boom, if you want to book something, it helps support us.
It does.
And their search engine is fantastic. Like literally, whenever we book a cruise, I use that to pull up the itinerary and see what the heck to do.
Super simple.
Yeah. Now, let's continue the evening. So I'm going to say some food is going to happen, and who knows what.
Probably some trivia.
Come on. Woohoo, it is dinner time. Well, it's lightning trivia night. Well, first Travel Agent D's got to do some work, but then we'll be digging into lightning trivia.
Please remember, no Google or any other search engines may be used. And if you are playing in a team, the limit is still 6 players per team.
We got 20 out of 30. We have returned to the cabin to find our serene chocolate, which is the dark with ginger, and our paper for tomorrow, A Day at Sea. Good night. We are here. Where are you? Oh,
in the TV.
You're here also watching. The show in the theater tonight, I can't even speak, is a comedian, so we usually don't put that in here, obviously.
No.
It's time to throw it back. Now, we had a fantastic group the other day called, is it Motown Evolution? Evolution Motown.
Evolution Motown.
There you go.
Yeah. You may have seen them on ships before. I think they've been around a little while. We had them on a previous ship.
Oh, yeah.
Such good energy.
Yeah. Well, let's pretend like we don't know that yet.
Oh, yeah.
I'm sure it's going to be great. Hey, you guys, let's watch it.
Backed by our fabulous band. Please put your hands together for Evolution Motown.
Oh, that was amazing.
Such good energy, right?
Yeah, they did. You're like
Love
psychic.
the assortment of songs, the crowd. I was so surprised at the crowd interaction. That's the most I've seen on the ship of people really wanting to be involved, but like they're crowd favorites for sure.
Yeah.
And I see why.
The energy was there, and the number of people who were like, we're going to go see their second show,
Yeah.
because most of the entertainers have been doing 2 shows. It was serious.
Yeah,
okay?
yeah.
All right, let's dig into some dinner, and then yay.
Okay.
Ooh, there's a bowl of tomato soup.
Tomato and fennel. A soup with a little bit of like creme fraiche. Very good, very flavorful, nice and hot. Had like a little zesty tomato part, which it should because it's tomato soup. But it was really good.
Nice. I had some fruit on the plate. Now that fruit, you may not be able to recognize it. That is pineapple. The pineapple was actually not very yellow, or I would say ripe tasting. Oh my gosh, we've started moving. If you can't tell, we're getting into some rocky waters.
Yeah.
So the pineapple, yeah, not very flavorful. I don't know if it was just like immature, like a little, I don't know, or maybe that's just what they get in this part of the world.
Could be,
but
yeah.
It had ricotta underneath. There were figs. I mean, it was a pleasant dish, but I kind of like a ripe pineapple. There's a salad.
This was, I think, Boston lettuce with feta cheese, haricots verts, like green beans, tomatoes, and balsamic vinaigrette. Really good.
That's some fancy French green beans.
Yeah.
I had salmon rillettes, and of course I always forget what this is. It's basically like a salmon salad. It's smoked salmon. Now granted, smoked salmon, I know, is salty. I feel like they took salted smoked salmon and they put some salt in this dressing, and then they whipped it together and they put some extra salt on top. It was like mouth-burningly salty. I finished it, but I kind of wish I didn't.
Now you need to drink a gallon of water.
I did. I drank so much water at the table. This was, it was kind of painful to eat, actually. But, I mean, it was good. Holy salt bomb.
I took one little tiny bite. It could have seasoned your entire meal.
Yeah, I think it felt like a mistake. I'll just say that.
Maybe so.
But, hey, there's a plate of something.
Haddock, I believe, with quinoa and asparagus, and I think it's like an orange sauce on the side. This was good. Also on the salty side. I think the chef was just back there having fun tonight. I don't
Maybe.
know. It was very, very good though.
Well, never haddock before. Okay, I tried to. That just didn't work. Yeah, I had vegetable lasagna. It was quite delightful. Eggplant, a lot of extra veggies in there, nice hunk of bread. The sauce was pleasant, and this was. Did I say delightful?
Not salty.
Not overly salty, but it was salted perfectly. They also brought me the veggie bowl of the day, which was cabbage with caraway seeds and a whole little blend of those little veggie things
Mixed
there.
veggies.
So pleasant. We did have dessert. You had fruit.
Yeah, this was nice because it actually had, I think that's papaya, which you don't normally get on the plate. So I thought that was cool.
You had some of that immature pineapple on there as well, didn't you?
Yeah, but I liked it. It's not as acidic
Yeah.
because like pineapple likes to bite me back and I can't eat a whole lot of it for some reason.
That's
This
true.
did not do that.
You normally have me eat the
It like
pineapple
gives
off
me
your
little
plate.
weird bumps on my tongue.
So
Fun
this-
fact.
This was pleasant pineapple for you, actually. Yeah. And I had the Manchester tart, which has a banana custard, some sort of a berry jam going on in there. There's coconut on top, like a whipped cream. Yo, it was like having my own private little pie. Anytime I can sit down and have a pie presented to me, I cut it in about 6 pieces, and I gave you one
Like
of the
tiny
pieces.
little,
It was
like a Barbie pie or something. It was cute.
yeah, but it's great. I love the flavor combination there. So, started out with a but we ended with a boomph. You know what I mean?
Great day overall.
Yeah, so now this day is over. Y'all come back for the next day because we're heading to Brazil.
Rio.
Another new country.
Come on.
Bye.
Bye.